Welcome to Level 2. This is Week 2, Lesson 3, and this is Part 3 of Lesson 3. In Part 3, we're going to learn about the weather and the past continuous. First, let's talk about the present continuous. The present continuous, we ask, What are you doing? Oops. What are you doing? Okay, and then we say, I am studying. So this is the present continuous we're talking about right now. Now let's talk about the past continuous. What's the past tense of are? What are you doing? What were you doing? What were you doing? Okay, so we just write I am studying in the past tense. How do we do that? The past tense of am is was. And then we write study ing. So this is the past continuous. The past continuous is the same as the present continuous, but it's in the past. So we say, I was studying. So if I ask a question like, what were you doing? What were you doing at 7 a.m.? What were you doing at 7 a.m.? Then we say, I was eating breakfast. So this is how you write in the past continuous. We can also ask, what did you do at 7 a.m.? And then the answer would be, I ate breakfast. What did you do at 7 a.m.? I ate breakfast. This is in the simple past. It just means I ate breakfast. I finished. What were you doing at 7 a.m.? I was eating breakfast. This one, what did you do at 7 a.m.? It means I finished it already. But this one, it means I was doing it at 7, but it doesn't mean I was finished. It means it was happening. See, it was happening during 7 a.m. It's hard to explain with breakfast, so let's do a different example. So the past continuous is another way we can talk in the past, and it also helps us describe what is happening, what are we doing, and that we do it for a long time. So if we say, last night at 9 p.m. I was cooking. Last night at 9 p.m. I was cooking. So this means I was cooking for a long time. And not just I was cooking at 9, but I was cooking for maybe 3 hours. It's a longer period of time. So we can say, I was cooking. And then we can write more. We can say, last night I was cooking, but I burned, let's use when, my hand. Last night at 9 p.m. I was cooking when I burned my hand. So here, this one is in simple past. But this one is in continuous. Now there's a difference here. This one, we're saying I was cooking because we know I was cooking for a while, maybe 3 hours. I was not finished. It keeps going. I was cooking. But I burned my hand. I burned my hand at I burned my hand at 9 p.m. I wasn't burning my hand. I wasn't burning it for 3 hours. I burned it at 9 p.m. exactly. So we use the simple past. We're using the past continuous to describe what happened before I burned my hand. Last night at 9 p.m. I was cooking, and then I burned my hand. Or I was sleeping. I was sleeping. I was sleeping in the afternoon. I was sleeping in the afternoon. I was sleeping in the afternoon. So it means I was sleeping for a long time. I am describing something that happened for a long time. It continues. I was sleeping in the afternoon, and I fell off the bed. I was sleeping in the afternoon, and I fell off the bed. Fell is the simple present. Again, this is an event that happens and then it finishes. It happens like that. I fell off the bed. It's not like you fall off again and again and again. You fell one time. But this one time you fell off and you finished. But we use I was sleeping to describe what happened before this event. Before I fell off the bed, I was sleeping. So we can use I was sleeping to say something was happening for a long time. I was sleeping, I was cooking, I was working. And then we use the simple past to talk about something that happened and then it finished. I fell off the bed only one time, but I still fell off the bed. And when I fell off the bed, I stopped sleeping. I woke up. The past continuous is also used to... Do you mind? The past continuous is also used to describe the weather. So we can say, it was raining. It was raining. If this was the present continuous, we say it is raining. But because this is in the past, we say it was raining. When we talk about the weather, we use this a lot. It was raining. It was snowing. We can also say it rained, but when we say it rained, we usually mean it starts and it stops. So we say it rained from. It rained from 7 to 9 in the morning. we say it rained from 7 to 9 in the morning, because here we have a start and a stop. Oh, hold on. Okay. When we use the simple past, there's a start and a stop. It rained from 7 to 9 in the morning. But if we say it was raining, we just mean it was raining all day. It was raining for a long time. We don't need to say how long. But we know it was raining. This is the normal weather. It was raining for maybe 3 hours. So we can say it was raining for 3 hours. We can also use the past continuous to talk about health. So in the present, we would say, I am coughing. I'm coughing. Because when you cough, it's not just one cough. You cough for a long time. You cough for maybe 1 day or 2 days or maybe just 3 hours. You say, I'm coughing. But what if the doctor asks you, how were you yesterday? Did you have any symptoms yesterday? Then you say, I was coughing. I was coughing, or I was sneezing. Okay? So we can use this to describe things that were happening not just one time, but for a period of time, for a long time. So we can say, I was coughing. I was coughing from 7 to 3 p.m. 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. I was coughing from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. yesterday. Okay, so the past continuous is pretty easy because the only words you need to remember is was and were. I was cooking and you were cooking. But now we need to practice the simple past again because there's a lot of irregular words. There's a lot of irregular words in the simple past. So let's look at the guide to past tense. There are 4 rules. The first rule is the irregular rule. If a word is irregular, it's on this paper. So that one is just, is it on the paper, yes or no? If yes, we use the paper. Like swim, we write as swam. Can you see that? The second rule is the Y rule. If the word ends with the letter Y, we write IED at the end. The third rule is the E rule. If a word ends with the letter E, we just write the letter D at the end. And rule number 4, if the first 3 rules do not work, then rule number 4, we write ED at the end of the word, and that motorcycle is back again. So let's focus on the irregular words. Okay, so here are some words that cause a lot of confusion. Buy, bring, and sell. Oops, sorry. Let's write the past tense version of buy, bring, and sell. Buy. It's irregular. It's bought. This is bought. Bring. The past tense of bring is brought. Oops. And sell is sold. Okay, now let's talk about buying cars. Let's say in 2017, a car. In 2017, I blank a car. Now we can say I buy a car and I sell a car, but we have to write it in the past tense. So in 2017, I bought a car. In 2017, I sold a car. So this is a pretty important event, right? You bought a car, you sold a car. Let's write another one. Instead of in 2017, let's do 3 years. If I just give you 3 years, how would you write it with time words? Well, 3 years, we're talking about the past. 3 years is an amount of time. 3 years is an amount of time. Did you stop recording? I have to say it again. Okay. So, we're still using I bought a car, but now we're using 3 years. And since we're talking about the past, and this is an amount of time, we use the word ago. 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I bought a car. Or I bought a car 3 years ago. I sold a car 3 years ago. So, when we're talking about the past, which we do a lot because of time words, you need to know all of the past words. This looks like a lot. This looks like a lot of words, but if you can remember the left side here, that's most of the words, because these are all of the irregular verbs in English. Well, most, not all. But if you remember the ones on the left, these are the most important verbs. I'm sorry if this video is a little confusing or if everything is short or really fast. I'm sick. I'm trying, sorry. But when you finish watching a video, remember, I need you to send I finished lesson 3, or I finished whatever lesson we're on, back to the text, okay? On your phone, you can send it on WhatsApp, or you can send it back to the text message where you got the video links. Either one is okay. But I need you to say, I'm finished or I'm done with the lesson number. And if it's through the text message, make sure you write your name so I know who you are. Okay? And do not forget, so when you finish lesson 1 and you finish lesson 2, there's required homework. This means you need to do it. You have to do it. Please do it. So this is the online homework. This is number 1. You have online homework, 1 online homework every week. And you also have 1 weekly checkup every week. The online homework is just practice to make sure you understand everything I teach you. The weekly checkup is for me to ask, do you like the videos? Do you have any questions? Is there something you want to learn? I know a lot of you want to learn things, which is why I add so much to the videos. But if you want to learn anything, tell me here. If you have any questions, tell me here. Also, starting next week, when I feel better, practice speaking with me. I know a lot of you want to practice speaking, so we can talk on WhatsApp, we can talk on Zoom, Google Hangouts, or even Messenger. Just ask me, okay? Thanks for watching.